Hi everybody, welcome to the channel once again. Today we have the first match out of a best of 3 that takes part for the open qualifier for the EGCTV most recent tournament called Call to Arms, and we have Gully, we're gonna call it Gully, in the color pink as the Holy Roman Empire playing against Dragevann. We're gonna call it Drage or Drage or whatever. In the color green, playing as the Abbasid dynasty, and one of these players will make it through to the main event of the Call to Arms tournament, the next pro tournament. It's not S tier, it's A tier tournament, but we need more of those as well, where we bring like the top of the top with people that might be on the top of the top, like in the next month or in the next year, you know, to bring those type of players together, right? I really enjoy that. And here I decided to cast Gully because he's rank 900 in the ladder, right? And he was beating some players that were like rank 200, rank 100, rank 700. So I was impressed by Gully's performance. At least I didn't watch the matches yet, right? So I don't know what will happen. But I know, like, I don't know the result of this one. But I know that previously, Gully did beat some players that were higher in the rank ladder than him. Or her. Or whatever they identify with. But the thing is, you can't really use the ranked ladder to say one player is better than the other. Especially because, like, these people, they don't put in a lot of games. Like Gully right now has 137 games, like, and if somebody has more games, they might be just higher than Gully just because they play more, right? And tournament playstyle is very different from ladder playstyle because it's a best of 3, you choose maps, you pick and ban sieves, so it's a whole different strategy even before you play, right? Just choosing the map, choosing the sieves, denying a sieve from your opponent. So even though I think it's impressive that Gully made this far against this player over here, and yeah, one of these players will make it through because this is the final chance between these two players to go through the main event. Alright? So Gully lost to Voldemar, right? And then Gully went to the losers bracket, where he won some matches against people that were higher rank than Gully itself. So we're gonna see how Gully plays. It might be a case of he just doesn't play a lot in the ladder, that's why his rank is 923, right? For an example, he won against somebody which is rank 395 for an example, right? Which is very impressive. But like I said, we can't judge too much the ability of a certain player based on the rank ladder. We have to come in and watch the game. That's why we are here. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and use the links down below to catch me live on Twitch, casting and playing AoE 4, and also use the link down below to go to the Twitch channel of the organizer, which is EGCTV. They have been doing marvelous things for the E4 community, so make sure to follow them on Twitch and perhaps sub to them as well, so they can host more and better tournaments as well. Now, let's talk about the age up, the matchup as the HRE ages up. I think the HRE has a lot of an advantage against the Abbasid, especially because they love to man-at-arm spam. And the thing though that I wasn't thinking about is that you can go Culture Wing on the second age with Abbasid and perhaps get a faster castle age up than the Holy Roman Empire and then get those relics, right? But the HRE can really get some very fast castle ages. It's really hard to contest them in going for fast castle into the relics. What you have to do is kinda this, not necessarily military wing, but build some units on feudal, and then just have some map presence. Force them to build outposts and other types of buildings to make sure. Oh, but you're almost there, bro. This is so ridiculous. I think this should really be like changed. It's like because fast castle sucks, or not fast castle in itself, but you have like HRE and right now recently because of the Kaboom Malians, where they just like fast castle, super fast and super safe. And you're just skipping a whole part of the game, which is the feudal age. And I think it should be a balance point, like you should be able to do fast castle, it should be a strategy, but it can't be like this easy. Like 6 minutes is already there basically, and the enemy has 4 units on the field. You know what I'm saying? Because, and it's not like the enemy doesn't want to make units, the enemy is making horsemen, but it takes time. It takes time to build the stable, it takes time to make the units. And the opponent opened with military wing, which spawns military. And look, they don't care. Right? They don't care. They just... Bro, it's already 6 minutes 30 age up ready. This cannot be, in my opinion, I think this is not healthy for the game. Now, I know it's kind of the only way that the HRE can be played. And I also think that's a problem for the HRE players and for the viewers that watch tournaments or live streams, because the HRE basically is only played in one way. Fast castle into relics, and then fast imperial. And I think that's extremely bad for the game. And the HRE, they have a lot of potential. They have all those upgrades for their men-at-arms, they have the prelates, they have the Aachen Chapel, they have the boost. So I think they could be played in different ways than just force a fast castle. Especially when you can do it so well. 6 minutes 30, that's ridiculous, right? You have civilizations that if they want to go for a second TC, it's like 7 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And it can't be like... I don't know how to change it, guys. I know this might... I'm not molding, but... I think, especially like on maps like Hill and Dale, where you have the deer, they can go even earlier to fast castle, and I think it's not fair. Right? Because they just skip a whole part of the game, and it's very hard to punish them. It's really hard to punish them, it's really hard to deny the relics. Sometimes if they get 2 relics, sometimes it's enough. And I just think it's not healthy for the game. It doesn't make sense on the RTS genre, if you think about it, right? To just skip a whole age with no military units. Right? And your enemy tries to make units just to deny the relics, and now they're gonna be castle age like 2 minutes later than you. Perhaps 3 minutes later than you. But I just think it makes no sense. I just think it's not good for the game. It's pretty boring because it's like... I don't know how many games I've casted, how many games I've played against HRE. It's like 90% of the times they do this. Fast castle into relics. And like, I was watching a video from Viper, actually, talking about Age of Empires 2, and that they have a problem with their current map pool, because all the map pools, or basically almost all the maps, are fast castle maps. And he doesn't like that as well. He doesn't like the fact that that's the main strategy, and that you can just do it super easy with not being punished. Because Feudal Age is interesting. On Feudal Age, there is no much upgrades, there is not many units, your micro is more important, you know, and skipping a whole part of the game, like, it's not, I think it's not intended. Now, like I said before, you should be able to do it. I think you shouldn't be able to do it as fast, and you should be forced to make some units, or it should be easier for your opponent to punish you, which is not the case. Especially if you play Abbasid, or Delhi, or Ottomans, which, like, if you have the French, or the Rus, you can, or the Mongols, you can make some knights and the rest. But sometimes you kill 3 villagers, or 4, and it doesn't make a difference. It's like, they're gonna be castle age at 7 minutes instead of 6:30, right? And I just don't like it. Because then it's super easy for them to make 2 or 3 knights and control the relics as well. Right, so I think this should be changed. I don't know how this prelate is going down. Good work from Drag. No way, he actually loses 2 horsemen there. You could have... Bro, you could have done it. For sure. You could have killed the prelate with those 2 horsemen. But, alright. And you can see how late his enemy is on the castle edge. Right? 4 minutes later. Meanwhile, HRE already has 6 knights on the field. And 4 relics. You know what I'm saying? I think it's not fair. I think it's in some matchups too easy to do. Very hard to punish this strategy. Hopefully the devs do something about it, you know. Because then it's not just fast castle, it's also fast imperial with the HRE because they have cheaper imperial age, and then it's just like they skip basically 2 ages, right? And I don't like that. I don't think it makes... I don't think it's broken. I don't think it makes them the strongest civ in the game. No. I just think it doesn't make sense. I just think it shouldn't be a part of the game. Or it should be a part of the game, but harder. It has to be harder to do it. It has to be easier for your enemy to punish it, right? But other than that, our Abbasid player did win for a second TC. The map is Golden Heights, not Golden Heights, is regions, because we have different regions, right? Villagers going down there. You have the region of the minerals, gold and stone. You have the region of the berries and the region of the deer, right? Okay, some camel riders coming out because they counter cavalry. And they also debuff cavalry. Because, bro, there we go. Imperial Age at 12 minutes. See, this is ridiculous. This really makes no sense. Because you are always ahead of your opponent without doing, like, anything on the map. You don't attack your opponent, right? You don't wall, you don't make keeps, you just grab the relics and that's it. And it's super hard for your enemy to deny the relics. Because then you wage up as the HRE and you can have 5 or 6 knights on the field. And your enemy is like with feudal age spears or horsemen. And like, what do I do against this? Oh, not much, because guess what? Your enemy is now imperial. And your enemy can now make bombards and bombard emplacements and upgrade their units that were already stronger than yours. It's just ridiculous. I don't like it. I think it's too much, in my opinion. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below about this playstyle of HRE, because like just to finish this point once again, not only the playstyle in itself is kinda bad, it's the only playstyle that can really grant wins to the HRE, right? Okay, HRE with 4 relics, 1 sacred site, that's tons of gold. Look, they have 0 people on gold and they have more gold than their enemy. Alright. Knights and camel riders coming in from our Abbasid player. Trying to attack, trying to do some damage. But these guys, yeah, it just makes no sense, HRE. Because then you go fast Imperial and can make cannon emplacements and you don't need units on the early stages of your age up. It's taking some time though for those upgrades to go, but Dragevann does not have anything to take down those outposts, so... And then the thing is, oh, but Esso, Gully is losing so many vills, he's being super hard raided. Guys, he has the Palace of Schwabia, right? He can lose as many villages as he wants right now. He'll replenish them super quick. The enemy could be on 3 TCs, it didn't matter, right? I just think it's too much, too easy to do, very hard to punish, and I would like to see this changed, you know? Emergency repairs. Oh my god. Bombarding placement. What is it shooting though? Because this knight took no damage. It's shooting the ram? It's fortified. Now it's shooting the units making the ram. Okay, this should go down. Villagers, yeah, because you can now you can throw away vills, right? That's the thing. You can throw away vills because Palace of Shravia. More vills coming through. Yeah, burn the ram. Emergency repairs is almost up, 20 seconds. More units coming in from Drake. Ram does go down. You can now just heal. Wait 10 seconds. Prelate comes. Great play. Outpost is still up. And emergency repairs comes through. And you just hold. Right. And the only villagers exposed is these ones. 5 villagers under the earth. For me this makes zero sense, guys. I don't know about you. This is not even funny, man. And look, Gully lost 35 villagers. Watch Gully be ahead on vills in 5 minutes. And keep in mind the enemy is on 2 TCs, alright? So he's also producing a good amount of villagers, but not enough. And Gully can actually produce from his main TC as well. So it's that, I think, landmark that should be reworked again, because it was nerfed, right? Because, like, if you make the Imperial Age more expensive, you don't need to nerf this, alright? But if you don't change the fact that you can go for a cheaper, earlier Imperial Age, you have to nerf this. It's like... because it doesn't hurt you to go fast Imperial, it actually helps you. And supposedly, if you fast castle or fast Imperial, you should be on a disadvantage for a couple minutes, but you're not. You're just winning. You're just doing better, economically speaking now. Because you have huge numbers of villagers in comparison to your enemy. But enough ranting. It's not even a rant, I think it's pretty realistic. And it does make a lot of sense, right? Because I think it's like too much synergy, because you have the extra valuable relics. You can have, I think you are the sieve that can go the fastest castle, which makes you able to grab the relics, which in turn makes it super easy to go for that cheaper Imperial Age. So it's like it's like the devs, the developers of the game intend HRE to be played in this way, which I think it's not cool, man. It's not good, right? There's still one relic out in the map, though. More deer being collected by our HRE player, and now he has more units than our Abbasid player that is going Culture Wing. Only now going for Wheelbarrow. That's funny though. And trying to match up in terms of technology, right? Look, Gully is catching up to in the villager numbers, I told you. This is crazy, this is ridiculous. Yep, not this time. I think that's GG. Right, I think it's really hard for Dragevann to come back to this game. And, oh no, there is no trade post. Okay. I was about to say that I will not be surprised that Gully starts trading, but there is no trade post on this map. And now Dragevann trying to defend, trying to hold. Okay, Drake is Imperial Age right now, but what can you do with that? You have no resources, you are behind on villagers. And GULLYD backs off. Hand Canadians coming out from Dragevann. A keep will be dropped in the middle of the map with a university in the middle as well. I think just to buy some time. To save some time in this case. Yeah, by running away with those spears, you will kill everything that Dragevann has. Literally. And GG gets called, guys. I don't know. I did not enjoy this match. I did not enjoy how easy the every player had their time on the game. But if you enjoy, leave a like and subscribe. And I see you on the next time. The Cloud Surfer, surfing out.